The Battle of Lang Vei, fought on the night of February 6 to 7, 1968, was a critical engagement during the Vietnam War, marking the first time the North Vietnamese Army, NVA, used tanks in a significant ground assault. The battle took place at a U.S.-led Special Forces camp near the Laotian border, southwest of the strategically vital Khe Sanh combat base. At the time, tensions were already high due to the Tet Offensive, a series of coordinated attacks launched by the NVA across South Vietnam, and U.S. commanders feared Khe Sanh might face a siege similar to the French defeat at Dien Bien Phu. Lang Vei was important because it controlled access to supply routes along the border, making it a valuable target for the NVA. The camp was manned by U.S. Green Berets and about 500 to 600 South Vietnamese CIDG, Civilian Irregular Defense Group, troops, but it lacked heavy anti-tank defenses, leaving it vulnerable to the new NVA tactics. The attack began under cover of darkness late on February 6, with NVA infantry advancing alongside Soviet-made PT-76 light tanks. This unexpected use of armor shocked the defenders, who struggled to repel the assault. Mortars, rockets, and small arms fire rained down on the camp as the tanks breached the perimeter, overwhelming many of the positions. The South Vietnamese troops, unprepared for such an intense assault, fled or were killed early in the fight, leaving the Green Berets to hold the line. They used light anti-tank weapon, rockets against the tanks, but these proved largely ineffective. The defenders fought from trenches and bunkers while desperately calling in artillery and air support, though the close-range combat made coordination difficult. Despite their efforts, most of the camp fell within hours, and by the morning of February 7, the situation had become hopeless, with the defenders running out of ammunition and overwhelmed by the NVA forces. Some of the Green Berets managed to barricade themselves in underground bunkers, hoping for rescue. Meanwhile, U.S. commanders at Khe Sanh hesitated to send reinforcements, fearing the battle at Lang Vei could be a trap to lure them away from the more important siege at Khe Sanh. Eventually, a rescue mission was approved, and helicopters from the 1st Cavalry Division were dispatched. However, heavy enemy fire hampered their efforts, and many of the trapped defenders had to escape on foot under cover of darkness. The battle resulted in heavy losses, with 7 American Green Berets killed and several others captured or wounded, while most of the South Vietnamese CIDG troops perished. Although the NVA suffered significant casualties, including the loss of some of their tanks, they succeeded in capturing the camp. The Battle of Lang Vei was significant not only because it marked the NVA's first use of tanks but also because it exposed the vulnerabilities of smaller outposts without adequate defenses against armor. The fall of the camp added to the mounting fears at Khe Sanh, where U.S. forces were bracing for a major attack. Although the NVA did not press their tank assault further toward Khe Sanh, the battle underscored the evolving tactics of the conflict during 1968. In the aftermath, several Green Berets were honored for their bravery, receiving commendations such as the Silver Star and the Distinguished Service Cross. The battle stands as a stark example of the intense, high-stakes engagements that characterized the Vietnam War during the Tet Offensive.